We are on our sixth healthy habit. We're improving our health one bite at a time. So if you missed the weight loss, the health gain, and disease-fighting benefits of our first 5 habits, you can find those at HelloHealthyHabits.com under Do the Dozen. Now for number 6, the healthy beans and legumes habit. So in case you're wondering, legumes include beans and lentils, peas, and peanuts, but the words legumes and beans are often used to mean the same thing, as in our chat today. In our series on beans, you're going to learn this food group can transform our health from the inside out. We're going to address the claims by some that beans are nature's oops, and we'll discover instead they may be one of the most misunderstood and missing components in our diets. Before we're through talking beans, I think you'll agree they earn their spot at our table. But before we dive into all the benefits, what about those claims that beans contribute to leaky gut or should be avoided? They do have a musical reputation after all. So what's the scoop? Well, the research I've done on beans indicates their benefit and musical reputation starts with the gut. That's the central part of our alimentary tract that begins at the mouth and ends at the anus. The gut's been getting more attention these days, and for a very good reason. Now consider the last time you took something for a headache. Where did it go to help your head? You swallowed it right down the food hatch, where it headed for the gut before it could work its way up to the head. What goes in the gut affects the whole body, for good or for bad. That's why what we eat is like medicine, or in some cases, perhaps slow poison. The gut is key for all the healthy foods we've been talking about, but it's especially important when explaining the benefits of beans. In their book, The Good Gut, Doctors Justin and Erica Sonnenberg describe the gut as mission control of our immune system. When we consider the rise in allergies and autoimmune disease in the last century and so many other things, and the decline in our gut health, it's hard to deny there's a connection. Our gut health as a nation has declined, and without a healthy gut, how are we going to absorb nutrients from food for the healing and the health that we crave? Now, to give you an idea of what's going on, just imagine looking into your gut through a magnifying glass. You would discover lots of little microbes busy in there. Most of these little critters are extremely important for our health, but some may contribute to disease. Obviously, we want the ones that build our health instead of the bad ones. A balanced gut is teeming with a wide assortment of those good guys, as opposed to an unbalanced gut where diversity is lacking and the bad guys flourish. So what tips this balance in favor of the bad guys? Overuse of antibiotics, stress, fast and processed foods. These all tend to diminish diversity and help the bad microbes populate. What helps the good? Plant foods and plant fibers, largely missing in our modern diets. These create an environment for the good microbes to flourish and our health to flourish as well. Yay! In her book, The Microbiome Solution, Robin Chutkan, MD, teaches there is no debate that eating more plants is the most important strategy for improving gut flora. Now, flora is just another word for our gut microbes. Indigestible dietary fiber from plants provides what our gut needs to feed our good microbes and promote health. And these are the foods we've been bragging about all along. Dr. Chutkan goes on to teach we need to eat a wide variety of plant foods every day. What's more, the opposite is also true. Not eating enough indigestible plant matter, also known as fiber, to nourish our microbes is one of the most common reasons for dysbiosis, which is just a fancy word for an out-of-balanced gut. And guess what? Beans are one of the most fiber-rich foods. Go beans. Yet their fiber may be why some with an already out of balance gut have a hard time digesting them. Beans are notorious for symptoms like bloating, flatulence, and belching. And you know what? When you feel better not eating them, you might be tempted to avoid them altogether. Yet the very thing causing the unpleasant symptoms may be part of the solution. When we eat them, beans get to work trying to create good microbes. Unless you've been advised by a health professional to avoid beans, try these tips and see if you can keep this healthy gut food on the menu. So number one, start slow. Instead of enjoying cups and cups of beans, start with just tablespoons. Our bodies create our microbes little by little, and studies show they can create some of the missing microbes over time. So be patient. So number two, soaking beans. Soaking beans releases some of the components that cause gas and bloating. So we always just put ours in a pot and let them sit overnight. The next day they're ready to cook. Simple, simple. And then number three, eat fermented foods. We've talked about sauerkraut, and that's a good one, but raw apple cider vinegar is so easy to get at the store. Make sure that the bottle says it has the mother and that it's raw. And that's a fermented food that's so beneficial for digestion. You can use it at any meal, but it's especially good for a meal with beans if you have trouble with gas or flatulence or whatever the proper word is, right? Try drinking 1 or 2 tablespoons in a glass of water before meals and just see if it helps you. So you've probably figured out that I'm a huge fan of whole plant foods. And I want to make sure you know my message is not nearly so much about avoiding animal foods as it is eat more whole plant foods. These healthy foods are what's missing in most of our diets. And I believe that they are key to filling in missing components for our health. I know for Paul and me, this was true. We were not eating enough plant foods. So even though you may feel some gurgling and some shifting in the gut while these little buddies kick out the bad guys and start creating the good guys, it's worth it to stay the course. We've learned over time that we are definitely building a better body and a better gut with every bite. And you will too. So next week, I'm going to share some more super benefits of these heroes, our bean buddies. And for now, I'm going to leave you with our bean challenge. So Dr. Greger, this is his recommendation, but there's so many others that join him in recommending beans. And this is the serving size. He says 3 servings per day and a 1/4 cup of hummus or bean dip. Make sure that those, if you buy them at the store, check the ingredients. If you haven't made it at home, just look for whole food ingredients. 1/2 cup of cooked beans, split peas, lentils, tofu, or tempeh is also a serving, or 1 cup of fresh peas or sprouted lentils. So, and 3 of those a day. That's it. As always, if this was helpful, guys, share it with someone you know who would benefit from better health. And join me for Fun Food Friday at noon. That's where I'm learning to put these healthy foods that we've been talking about to work in some recipes so they can get busy building us a healthy body. So I'll see you next time. Good to be with you. God bless you, big. Bye.